Hello.
Hey everybody, we are back for one more time.
At least until the Super Bowl recap next
Yeah.
week.
One last football game
After this.
after one more NFL game. The Super Bowl. So we're going to talk a little today about some NFL football. Go talk about the Super Bowl.
The conference championship recap.
Yeah, we're going to do a little conference champ. Yeah, we got to do the recaps first. So let's just go ahead and jump into them. They went completely opposite of the way I thought they would go. So typical playoff football. Playoff football is hard to
predict.
It's hard to predict. It's hard to predict. But the first game was the NFC Championship game. We had the Tampa Brady Buccaneers go all the way up to Green Bay,
And
Green Bay laid
an egg.
an egg.
So many missed opportunities. So many missed opportunities, man.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
Green Bay looked like a freight train all year long. I mean, just like
And it just crashed into a brick wall.
and they looked like a Tonka toy. They just like they knew they were going to win. I mean, it was theirs, and then they just didn't show up.
No, they did not.
Horrible coaching,
some
really
bad
horrible
decisions on the
bad
coaching
decisions.
side.
It was
The
bad.
defense played poorly for the most part. Although they did get some interceptions off of Tom Brady.
That was the second half. The first half, they let them the Bucs have anything they wanted. You want a 50-yard touchdown pass with 10 seconds left before halftime? Please take it. It's all yours. With the completely wrong coverage to have with 6 seconds left and a half.
That's just a disaster.
It was a disaster. So the offense looked like they hadn't practiced in 2 weeks.
And the Tampa Bay's defense flew around like a bunch of hornets.
And the Tampa, and I mean,
There's nothing that the offensive line could do to block.
They looked discombobulated. They just looked like they just didn't know what they were doing.
Let's talk about that fourth down play call by Matt LaFleur.
Oh, you mean kick a field goal with 30 seconds left?
What kind of decision making is that?
I know it's 4th and 7.
That's too conservative.
I know it is 4th and 7, but you got Tom Brady on the other side.
He's an assassin.
You're not gonna get the ball back. So
why not just go for
first of all, the first 3 plays were 2 of the 3 were pretty stupid plays to begin with, but. Yeah,
Although Aaron Rodgers could have gotten a couple more yards if he had.
Think about it. Yeah, you're down 7. Well, no, what were they down 8?
They were down 8.
They were down 8. So you kick a field goal,
and you're down by 5,
and you're down 5, or you go for it and you're still down 8, which is 1 score. So I think you've got more of a chance of getting the 4th down and 7 in the end zone than you are of stopping the Bucs and then getting a touchdown again.
Yeah, that's just bad coaching. Bad coaching. I mean, Tampa Bay's receivers, which I think are some of the best in the league, arguably.
They've got probably the best group of wide receivers right now, except for maybe the Chiefs. The Chiefs are loaded in wide receivers too.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yes,
and which is pretty much foreshadowing of what's going to happen in the AFC Championship.
Yes. Let's just go ahead and jump on into the AFC Championship. The Bucs did beat up on the Packers 31-26.
And Tommy Boy goes to another Super Bowl.
The score was close. The game wasn't.
I mean, Tampa just outplayed them.
Think about it. Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers have been in the NFC for 18 years.
And they won the NFC one each time.
And Drew Brees has been to the Super Bowl
once.
Aaron Rodgers has been to the Super Bowl once. Tom Brady's been in the NFC for 1 year.
And has been to the
Super Bowl once.
The dude Tom Brady is like a horseshoe.
They've been in the NFC for 18 years and been once. He's there 1 year and he's been once.
That's crazy.
And beats both of them on the way to get there.
That's just going to add more fuel to the fire there.
It's insane, dude. I mean,
he's a horseshoe.
I know so, and he didn't play great.
He didn't play great.
He played pretty good in the first half. Don't get me wrong. He played pretty good.
But
in the second half,
he gave away opportunities.
He looked old and tired. He looked like his arm gave out. He really looked old and tired. He threw 3 picks, and one of them was just ugly. I mean, bad ugly. But
the Packers offense.
he is whatever team he goes on, he inspires everybody.
He levels
he raises the level of the entire team. So even if he doesn't
play good,
the rest of the team is so up here
confidence-wise.
May
I mention the most important stat?
What's that?
Like they got 3 interceptions, right?
And how many points did they get off of those 3 interceptions?
Somewhere less than 10.
Yeah, let's say
6 or 2.
I think they got like 3 points. They got a field goal out of 3 turnovers.
That's awful. That's really awful.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll go ahead to so first of all, we've got the Bucks in the Super Bowl.
Who's going to face them?
Jump into the AFC game. We had the Buffalo Bills jump into the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City looked just as dominant as they've been in the past 3 years.
Kansas City, honestly, sort of hadn't looked great.
Consistency-wise. They have the talent to repeat this year.
The last few weeks, and everybody was wondering, including me, do they have it this year? Are they that team this year? Because
in the AFC,
they've been winning a lot of close games and not looking really great doing it. And then they went into the AFC Championship game. It's on. They
Kansas
kicked
City
the living crap
out of Buffalo.
And Buffalo
was a pretty good team
this year. Good team. Oh, they were a really good team this year. I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me if the Bills would have went to the Super Bowl.
And faced their old arch rival.
Face Tom Brady again. But no. Patrick Mahomes said, I ain't having any of that crap. And they look like...
Tom Brady against the Bills is in the past.
Now, typical Chiefs, they got down 9-0. And then
they
went on a 21 point... They scored 21 points in 10 minutes. So, they went 9-0 and then...
They could score 21-9. And then they just choose to dominate whenever time they want to dominate.
Mm-hmm. When you've got the number 1 wide receiver in the league, which is actually a tight end. And then you've got the fastest wide receiver in the game who can run 22 miles an hour.
Off the break. That's crazy.
22 miles an hour.
He's crazy fast. He is crazy fast.
That is insane. And then you throw, Hardman and all the other 3 Robinson.
They got a huge wide receiver depth.
Sammy
Watkins.
They've got, and then you throw 2, Hilaire and Fournette out of the backfield.
Fournette's on the Bucks.
Oh no, not Fournette.
Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. I keep thinking of the running backs that have changed teams 18 times. Le'Veon Bell. You think Le'Veon Bell and Hilaire out of the backfield, and
they're catching passes out of the backfield. You can't defend all of these offensive weapons.
Tampa Bay's got a great
front seven.
A great front seven. But
that stops the run well, but I don't know how well they're going to hold up against that passing attack.
I don't know how they're going to hold up against that. And Kansas City will throw a 2-yard out, and that'll be like a run for them. It's not a run, but it might as well be a run. They use it and block it just like a run. So
somehow no one has hired their offensive coordinator yet.
That's the stupidest thing. We can talk about that in a second, but that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. The man, Bieniemy, takes them to the Super Bowl.
3 seasons, went to 3 AFC championships out of the offense.
Oh, by the way, that is the only team in the AFC to ever go to 3 straight AFC championships.
In 3 straight seasons.
Are the Chiefs. So, yeah.
Mostly because of their wingman, Patrick Mahomes.
But also Coach Andy Reid, who took the Eagles.
Took the Eagles
to 3 straight NFC championships, which is the only team to do that.
Only other team to do that. Both times it was under Andy.
And was under Andy. But anyways, the Chiefs are...
No disrespect to Buffalo because they had a really good season. 13-3 is nothing to scoff
And the good thing about Buffalo's offense, Buffalo's coordinators did not get picked up either.
So they're both going to stay the same.
How can you have Buffalo burst out in offense this year? And Kansas City's burst out in offense for 3 years.
And they're going to stay
and both offensive coordinators
are going to stay the same.
Are going to stay the same. Guess who's going to be in the FC Championship next year?
Kansas City
and Buffalo. I mean, you might as well just give it up and let it happen. unless there's a surprise pop-up team. Those are the two favorites to go back to the AFC Championship game now. Why? How can they not? They got the same team and the same coaches.
All the same coaches, all the same players. They're all going to go back next year. I mean, some of these NFL executives are just...
Yeah, let's pick John Smith over here that we've never heard of that is a defensive coach. And let's bring him in to be our offensive guru. I ain't going to get into coaching moves too much, but we've had some stupid coaching moves here in the...
the less we say about the Texans, the better.
Let's say on the Texans, yeah. But the Chiefs did win 38-24. And just like I mentioned, I thought the Packers would beat the crap out of the Bucs because they should have.
But they tripped over a fleet of stairs.
And the way the Chiefs had been acting, I thought that game would be close. I did pick the Chiefs, but I thought it would be close. But it was a 14-point win. So it went just like I didn't think it would. But here we go. Super Bowl, we've got your Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs here's a historic
the Buccaneers.
It's a historic Super Bowl.
For the first time ever.
One of the teams hosts the Super Bowl this year.
And they are the home team. So Tampa Bay will be in their home stadium in Tampa.
With their home fans.
With their home fans coming out of their own locker rooms, sleeping in their own beds the night before.
That's probably going to give a slight edge.
That is a slight edge to the Bucs just because of they're a home team. So
but they've had struggles during the season in prime time. So do you think that'll carry over against the Chiefs?
I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our picks for the
Super Bowl 55.
Super Bowl. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it a little bit here. The firepower of the
Kansas City's offense.
of the Kansas City's offense, I think, is the difference in it. I think the Bucs will score. I mean, I don't think there's no way that they don't score.
Because the thing is, Kansas City would have to get past. I know they have the blocking to do it, but they would have to get past Tampa Bay's ferocious front seven that's rose from the ashes lately.
Yeah, but you want to know what beats that?
A good passing speed, and they got speed.
And one of the interesting facts that I think is going to affect the game is pressure on the quarterback. When Patrick Mahomes is pressured, he is more successful.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy, but that's because he's a mobile quarterback. He can roll out of the pocket and throw it underhanded behind his back and complete the ball.
He can throw it like
he can throw it. Don't matter. So he doesn't have to stay in the pocket and step. Now that's what I like about Mahomes. I think Mahomes is the next thing.
He's the biggest. He's the hottest hot pocket out of the oven.
I haven't seen anybody do anything like he
Patrick.
does. He can stay in the pocket. He can get pressured. He can step up a couple steps. He can complete the ball.
And he's got a cannon.
They can pressure him up the middle. He can roll out and sidearm it 20 yards down the field. He is so versatile. He is the next big thing.
So is he the next GOAT candidate?
I think he is.
If he continues this,
I mean. He was the league MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and now he's in the Super Bowl again in his third season.
Look at that. That's amazing how you start a career like that.
I don't know. And
Brady didn't even do that.
He's just going to get better. And like I said, I think the biggest difference is, guess which defense loves to blitz?
Tampa.
Tampa. So
and he has more success against the blitz than he does against other coverage.
Yeah, so when there's pressure coming in, he thrives.
That's crazy.
Now, the total opposite, Brady is only like a 20% rating, 26% rating against the blitz. Because he is not that mobile quarterback.
He's 43. I mean, you don't expect a guy that's 43 years old to be mobile.
If I was guessing, Kansas City might try to get him out of that pocket. Now, of course, Brady he's been in the league 20 years and he's seen it all. He's done it all. He knows what's going to happen. So it's not going to be completely successful. He is cerebral. He knows. He's seen, okay, that's that coverage.
He's seen everything. He's been in there 20 years and probably counting. I mean, he's probably going to be treated like the old man over at the Village House over here. He's with the old stick.
I do think it's going to be a close game. But I'm going to go ahead and give you my pick. I'm going to have to go with Kansas City.
They have too much talent. They got too much firepower.
I don't think like you could tell with the Packers last week that whenever the Packers started to come back, Tampa Bay faded a little bit. Tampa Bay in the second half didn't have the same energy in the second half that they had in the first half. You could tell that the team got tired. Brady got tired a little bit. Arms got tired. Interceptions were made. You can't do that against Kansas City. They'll put up 30 points in a quarter on you. And you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The Packers can't. They're not that high scoring. They were just a technically sound, strong team that failed when it was their time to be there. Kansas City is not going to do that. Kansas City has too many weapons. They're, like I said, they'll just put up 21 points in a quarter and then go on to the next one.
Yeah, that's how crazy efficient they can be if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they'll definitely want to in this game. So they'll have to play consistent.
Yeah. The thing is, they can't get down 17-0 in the first quarter. That's their downfall. They do not have a fast start.
They don't have a fast start, so Tampa Bay, like they would usually do, Tampa Bay would jump up.
Tampa Bay is probably going to jump up 10 to 13 points pretty quick, probably.
Because all the weapons and Tom Brady's intellect and his intelligence in key situations, he elevates the team that he plays for.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone could really deny that.
No. So so Kansas City is going to have to be against a really good defense even better. So I think that's what's going to make it close. But I think what's going to be the difference is the second half of the third quarter and the fourth quarter when Kansas City puts up 17 to 24 points in a quarter and a half. They do it all the time.
They do it all the time. They just explode at the most improbable times.
Yeah,
and break your heart.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a close game, but
I think Kansas City will get their second straight Lombardi.
Yeah.
And Andy Reid gets 2 after all the years of failure, and that's one of the coaches I really wanted to see win.
Mm-hmm. I think it's maybe like a third, maybe 34.
It's going to be a high scoring game.
I think it's like a 34-30 game, Kansas City. I think the over and under is 56. I think it'll go a little over. I think we're going to have some scoring here. So I'm picking Kansas City.
To claim their second straight
Lombardi. And I'm picking Mahomes as the
Super Bowl MVP.
Second straight MVP. Yeah. League MVP, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl MVP. That's insane, man. But yeah, we're going Kansas City 34-30 with a little bit of an over with 64 points on that over and under.
Have a good Super Bowl Sunday, guys.
It should be fun, man. It should be a fantastic game.
If you don't care about football or you care about football.
It don't matter. Guess what? The Patriots ain't in it.
Well, one piece of the Patriots. Maybe a couple.
Maybe a couple old remnants.
The Patriots are not in the Super Bowl.
Just what if you're a New England Patriot fan? How do you feel right now?
Bittersweet.
Seeing Brady and Gronk in the Super Bowl.
Bittersweet.
Yeah. But anyways, enjoy the Super Bowl. Have some fun. Get together with some family and watch the game.
Don't try to yell at the TV too much. It's not good for your blood pressure.
Don't take a chair and break the TV like those stupid people do. Just enjoy it. Have some fun. It is just a game, but it's fun. Be sure and hit the like button down here.
Hit the groovy baby button.
Hit the subscribe button. The groovy baby button over here somewhere.
On my face.
Other than that, we'll see you for the recap.
See you next week.